Thanks for tuning back into The Merge, the wrestling guide for Jiu-Jitsu, powered by Fuji Sports. Gabi McComb captures her first black belt world title in 2021. In her finals match against Bianca Basilio, she hits his arm drag single leg to take the lead and win the fight. This arm drag single leg is something you see a lot more in no-gi, and that's due to the grips, right? When you're wearing the gi, it's a lot easier to slow down your opponent or have your opponent slow down you if they're making double collar grips and kind of extending out, or collar sleeve grip. The grips just become an inconvenience for you trying to take certain shots and get to the legs quicker. So the first thing I want to talk about is how both these competitors, how their grips played a major role in Gabi being able to pull this off, okay? So first off, if my opponent makes a grip, right, I like to grab usually up top or on top of the grip, right? Because if they start pulling me towards them, right, I have this straight arm fist to kind of go into the chest or the shoulder to control that distance, right? Also, if they're just trying to off balance me or we're moving side to side, there's not much of a, or I'd say like a swing out with the gi here, right? Like the fulcrum or part where it's pulling from is more of the shoulder or the back. And it doesn't move that much because we're higher up on the gi. If we go lower on the gi, let's say you release the grip completely. If we go lower on the gi here, right, especially as we get moving around in a match and this one's coming out, there's more swing here in the gi. And if my partner winds up pulling me, let's say he makes a grip up top. See, look, he has a top grip now. I have the bottom grip. If he pulls me towards him, right, you see how it kind of goes underneath the armpit. So it's not pushing against the chest, and it's actually pulling me in a little deeper, right? Same thing. If I want to go side to side, there's more swing here, okay? So if someone ever has a grip me here, I like to go over the top to control them better and move them better, and I'm in a better defense position. Down here, I'm kind of just holding on to a grip at this point, right? I can't really prevent them from pulling me in that much or swinging me side to side. And that's one of the reasons why when they were in this exchange here, right, Gabi had this grip on the collar and Bianca decided to go underneath here. And Gabi had a completely open window to wind up hitting this arm drag single leg because this grip is not going to do much to kind of get in her way and prevent that takedown from happening. So Gabi had this cross grip here on Bianca's collar, and this is actually really cool. During the whole fight, she was kind of threatening a loop choke, jumping loop choke, and this also puts Bianca in a position where she may not want to take a shot, fearing she might get loop choked, and she can also use that loop choke as an offensive technique where if she pulls up, she can also take the shot. So this is a really interesting grip of her choice. Now, with this grip, Bianca wound up grabbing underneath, like I said, right? And actually, to be completely fair, her gi was completely open. So going into that thought process again of this grip not being able to really push against the chest, you can now see how this has so much swing, and this grip doesn't mean much anymore to complete the takedown. So what she wound up doing, they're fighting for this grip here, this other arm. She's preventing her from grabbing the gi. Makes the wrist grip. She opens this grip up. Okay, when she opens this grip up, this creates a massive window here to hit this arm drag. Okay, as she's hitting this arm drag, I want to make sure I'm clear when I'm saying this. This is not a spin to get your opponent's back. Okay, so release this grip really quick. With some arm drags, right? If we're going from our feet here, especially in no-gi, we can drag and kind of spin our opponent to their back. With this drag, this is more of I'm pulling my opponent towards me, getting them heavy towards their toes, and I'm basically making them run past me, but I'm going to be tripping them with this back leg, okay? So step out, open this up, we're dragging here, Gabi's dragging here. This leg's shooting in, and it's causing a little inconvenience for this leg where they have to step over it because they're going to trip. As that's happening, she's turning the weight towards them, and she's here, right? Still holding on to the grip here for the arm drag, and the head's going right into the chest, and look, she's building up here to the single leg. So one more time, Gabi has that cross collar grip. Bianca made that grip underneath her armpit on the same side collar. They're fighting for this grip, grabs the wrist, opens it up, takes that step out. As she drags, right, it's like you're pulling your opponent towards you. See how the weight's getting towards his toes? I'm not spinning. Pulling the weight towards me, and as I pull the weight towards me, this leg's shooting underneath, and I'm cutting the corner. I don't want to fall flat like this, like straight up here, right? I can still cut the corner, but you're adding an extra step. You want to cut that corner as you pull in and drag your opponent by you. So here, open up, drag. See, I'm shooting in. I'm already facing them to start driving up into the single leg. From here, Bianca tries a last-ditch effort sumigashi. As she does that, Gabi does a great job keeping her weight low, solidifying the 2 points to win the fight. Thanks for tuning into The Merge. For more episodes, check out themergeonline.com, and I'll see you guys next Friday.